Top 10 celebrities who come from toxic families.
Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Let's admit it, at least once in our lives we were yelled at and we hate our parents because they didn't let you go to your best friend's party or they didn't buy you a car for your 16th birthday. Regardless of the reasons, there's no such thing as a perfect parent-child relationship. Well, these stars, aka Hollywood people, have different parental issues. Most of them had admitted that they have toxic parents. They may not necessarily hate them, but they don't have the typical good relationship with them either. Here are the top 10 of those celebs. Now before we dive into the video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get more updates. Number 10. Demi Lovato. Demi is pretty much the hero of today's young people. Millions of people love how raw and honest she is when she writes, no matter what the subject. And we're part of those millions of people. But what some don't know is that Demi had a rough life. She had a complicated relationship with her biological father, who passed away in 2013. According to a video that Demi's people released, she had mixed emotions about her father's passing. She felt conflicted, and she has also revealed in the said video that her father was abusive. Her exact words were, "He was mean." While Demi revealed that his father wanted to be a good person and that he wanted to have his family around, we definitely don't blame Demi for feeling conflicted. Of course, you cannot just erase months and maybe even years of abuse in a snap because the abuser passed away. Feeling sorry for them won't be easy in times like this. Number 9. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore had always been a pretty difficult relationship with her mom. It seems like even to this day not everything is squared away between them. Drew may be a great actress and she seems like a good person, but when it comes to her personal life, it's a whole new story. When she was around 14 or 15, Drew went to rehab, right after she became emancipated from her parents. A more painful part of the story, Drew's mom allegedly used her to get into fancy nightclubs at the time. Ouch. According to reports, her mom, Jade, wasn't a great mom at all and didn't have the best interest for her daughter. After a long time of spiraling, Drew was able to pick herself back up and became the amazing woman that she is today, but she has admitted that she and her mom still have a pretty rocky relationship, and she doesn't think that it will ever be any better. Number 8. Charlize Theron. The actress and producer sure are having the time of her life. She's super successful at what she does and her movies are all amazing, but during her teenage years, Charlize had a rough time, a really rough time. She didn't keep it secret though, which is inspiring because it just proves that just because you had a rough time in your life doesn't mean that you can't turn things around. When she was a teenager, her mom was sent to jail, allegedly because she killed Charlize's dad. Yep, her father was an alcoholic and she also noted that he was always abusive toward her mom and had been drinking. When her mother was imprisoned while she was 15, Charlize's toughest moments started, and one of the toughest parts was that altogether her mother said that it was self-defense and she was still sent to prison. Number 7. Angelina Jolie. In case you didn't know, Angelina Jolie comes from a celebrity family. Her mom, Marsha Lynn, was an actress and a humanitarian worker. Her dad, Jon Voight, was an actor and he even won an Academy Award and 4 Golden Globes. So yes, he's pretty good at acting, but at being a father? Not so much. Jolie was very vocal about her relationship with her parents, especially her dad. Reports say that around 1977, John left the family, and Angelina admitted that she finds it hard to forgive her dad for that. But really, who in the world would find that easy to do? When her mother died in 2007, things remained pretty much the same. It didn't make things easier between Angelina and her dad. That's for sure. Number 6. Azealia Banks. Azealia is tough for a reason. Because of her childhood, it turns out that she was abused by her very own mom. In fact, her mom had fistfights with her children. And when fistfights aren't enough, apparently her mom would try using a baseball bat. In an interview, Azealia once said, "She would beat me and abuse me, but then buy me stuff." This rough life led her into the crazy world of drugs and more. Thankfully, once her musical talent was discovered, it was enough to make her successful. So to all the young women out there idolizing Azealia Banks, at least now you know it wasn't easy for her, and now you have an idea where her tough aura is coming from. It's from a tough childhood, people. Go easy on her. She is sure a living proof that music can do wonders. Number 5. Lindsay Lohan. The crazy world of the Lohans is not exactly news at this point. At a very young age, despite being super successful, Lindsay Lohan was in and out of rehabs and got into a lot of trouble. But if you think it's because she's being a brat, think again. Sometimes a tough childhood can mess you up, and that's what happened here. Lindsay's father, Michael, was jailed for insider trading and was also arrested for an assault and a DUI. There were also reports that he fathered another kid with another woman. Lindsay's parents separated and reunited twice, which was confusing for her. And when Lindsay got the spotlight thanks to being the great actress that she is, her parents decided it was a good time to defame one another. Great. And if that wasn't enough, they also wanted to make the most of Lindsay's success, so they figured out to have their reality shows. In 2009, Lindsay decided it was time to cut contact with her father, and so she did. Number 4. Halle Berry. The 50-year-old actress doesn't seem to be getting tired when it comes to working. She still stars in big projects every now and then, and whenever she's in a film, you know it's a good film. But Halle Maria Berry didn't have the happy childhood as most people might think. Reports said that her dad was an alcoholic. In fact, she mentioned a few times that her father would abuse her mother and sister. If this is the scene you're forced to be a part of every single day, there's no question that Halle is a loving and caring person, and it's a more painful scene if you account for the fact that it started when she was young, as 5 years old. While she's not as vocal as others when it comes to hating their parents or just not having a good relationship with them, Halle is vocal about the fact that she grew up with domestic violence. Needless to say, the actress never let it pull her down. Number 3. Christina Aguilera. If there's one person who has always been public about, well, almost everything in her life, that would be Christina Aguilera. Apparently, Aguilera experienced physical and emotional abuse from her father. There's really no exact date as to when it all started and when it stopped, but Aguilera never hid it from the public. In a 2009 interview, she explained that she turned to music as an outlet, which is obviously a good thing because if not, we wouldn't be hearing her great voice today. Christina said that the pain at home is the main source of her love for music. Now, if you think that's bitter, it's really not. It's just about knowing how to find beauty in the darkest moments of life, and Christina Aguilera is the living proof that such a thing is possible. Down to our number 2 spots. Eminem. When he starred in the 2002 film 8 Mile, people knew Eminem as a man that they should keep an eye on, and he sure is. Not only is this man good at acting, he's also amazing when it comes to songwriting and rapping. But before the good things started, Eminem had to deal with a rough life. He and his mother were abandoned by his father when Eminem was only 18 months old. And through his songs, he told people the story of how his mother would verbally abuse him. In 2009, his mother suffered severely from cancer and she begged for reconciliation with her son. Eminem paid all her medical bills. And at the number 1 spot, Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Joanna Aniston is the daughter of a Greek-born actor John Aniston and American actress Nancy Drew. She's also a daughter who witnessed family problems firsthand at a young age. Aniston was vocal about her family's money problems during her young years, and when her father rose to fame and became a soap star, he decided to leave Jennifer and her mother behind and enjoy his life in the limelight with another woman. Jennifer also revealed she had a bad relationship with her mother, and reports revealed that Nancy used another talk show to gossip about Jennifer. She also published a book called Mother and Daughter to Friends, a memoir where she details her estranged relationship with her daughter. Tough life indeed. While Jennifer doesn't really hate her mother and they've found a way to slowly reconcile, Aniston keeps a wall standing to protect herself, and we really can't blame her. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get more updates.